Silence is golden. If I were to give you a picture, you would see me raising my index finger vertically across my lips. And some of you may well say, "Oh look, he's making a secret society gesture." But here's the conundrum: by not showing it, is it not a hidden hand? You decide what I am, because I am whatever you see me as. But this is the whole point. It is all in the unseen. I have a perspective which I could show you God, or what you call God. But imagine God is in everything. Wherever you look, you will only see a snapshot of it. That's saying you can please some of the people some of the time, you can please all of the people some of the time, but you cannot please all of the people all of the time. Well, the all, the embodiment. How would the Creator look in a physical form? Because if the Creator created everyone, you would have to take every conceivable face shape, every conceivable skin colour, every conceivable eye colour, every conceivable length of hair or no hair. How would that look? Would that even be possible in the material realm? But does that mean it does not exist? Just because we can't see it, because it is not tangible. This is the problem with the belief systems coming from the materialist perspective that try and quantify and measure everything and compare against something else, because that's all they've got to work with. But coming from that perspective, you cannot apply a material to something that is metaphysical and try and equate an equation out of it. That's only seeing from one perception. And I feel it is self-evident that the further the science of science tries to look into something, it discovers something smaller and smaller and smaller, and yet never finds the answer. Sounds very much like a rabbit hole, a warren, but where does it lead? It's taking you out of yourself. It's a funny old world though, because people believe they are alive, so why are they earning a living? Are you not living anyway? And yet you have to pay to live. You think you're earning, but you're actually paying. You're paying with your attention. You are paying with your time. And time will tell. Had a very beautiful example of that, because the world is a stage. If you are just putting on an act, that can only be maintained for a certain amount of time. It is not genuine. We're in the Pluto's transit stage. It will reveal what, and it will destroy all that is untrue. That is something to heed. Watch a video where the picture and the sound doesn't quite match. How does that feel inside you? Is it slightly disturbing? Can you spot that the words and the actions don't match between the sound and the picture. Because if you have the perception, you begin to see it because you observe, you watch what is said, you watch what is done. Actions speak louder than words, do they not? So when the words say one thing but the actions show something else, would that not be an untruth? It would be prudent to be watching very carefully for Pluto do not become a victim of the destroyer, because it will destroy. Everything is as intended. So are you tending to your inside? Are you doing the inner work? Are you going within oneself? It is given to you in the material realm about repeats. Repeats on television, repeats as in prescriptions. But what about repeating something like, do you not realize that Christ is within you? You are princes, but you will die as men. You're in a physical body. That is just a housing, that is just a garment that you wear. This reality will do all it can to convince you that you are your opinions, you are that physical thing you see in the reflection. But is that really you? Have you had a good look? Have you considered the mirror? Because you watch that thing you think is you in that reflection. When you go left, it goes right. It will mimic and duplicate, but there's no depth to it. It is a shadow. It is all an illusion being shown to you. But how many can see that? It has a truth as much as it has a lie to it, because on its vertical axis, up is still up, down is still down. But on its linear axis, left becomes right and right becomes left, because it is a reverse. It is a reflection back at you. Now apply that blueprint to the external world in a macro sense. How much of that world do you see? How much do you not see? How much is unseen to you? How much is unknown to you, and how much is known to you? These are all things, and they're also no things. They're not a thing that you really need. Well, I would strongly advise that you weigh up inside yourself. Become the Libra, your own library. The scales. Notice Libra is blindfolded, so therefore the weighing must be in the feeling. There's a few things to consider there. Nobody can do it for you except you. But what are you? And who are you? Don't ask externally for the answer to that. Ask internally for the answer to that. Do you not wish to know who you truly are? A few things to ponder. A pond is water. It's flowing. It's not flowing. Maybe you need to disturb it a little bit, cause a ripple. Because ripples go outward. They radiate. It depends on the question you're going to ask yourself. I think we'll stop there for now.